Hello guys, welcome back to another episode of Prep for the Neo Draft League. This week we'll be pressure for Washer main, otherwise known as the Singapore Scizors. As y'all can see here, he has some fast mons with some slow mons, with Prankster thrown in there, and plenty of hazards and hazard removal, so let's see how well we can fare up against this team. Actually, I'll just do this, because that's going to be easier. That week didn't go that well. Now, I do know this video will probably go up after they battle, most likely, because I don't think he's in battle. I mean, just directly after he battles, who does he have to fight? Zunkin? I remember Zunkin. So I did help Zunkin prep a little bit, and while I was helping him, I took some notes on what he's been doing in his previous battles. I might make some changes after I see him battle Zunkin, depending on what he does with it. But so far I've got that, where is it? He's run Scarf Mimosa before, along with Life Orb. He's run Scarf Eruption Heatran every single time Heatran has came to the fight. He's run Whirlpool on Tapu Fini and Nidoqueen. He's run Trick Scarf or Specs Gengar. Klefki, every time I've seen it so far, has been Prankster with either Iron Defense, Calm Mind, most likely Draining Kiss, or Screens. He's brought Fini with Calm Mind, Draining Kiss, Latias with Calm Mind, Recover, Aura Sphere, Psychic. He could bring Scarf Moxie Crocodile. Snorlax he has brought with Curse, Rest, Leftovers, not Chestoberry, Leftovers. Darkest Lariat, Body Slam. And so far, besides the battle with Zunkin, which hasn't taken place yet, he's brought Gengar to every single fight. He does like to switch a whole bunch. He does predict a fair amount as well. So he is a very tricky player as well. Is that everything? Yeah, that's all the notes I've took on him so far. Alright, what common weaknesses does he have now? Five weaknesses to ice, 3 resist, and 1 quad resist. What's the quad resist? Heatran. Heatran's the quad resist. And then Fini's a resist. Klefki's a resist. And then Pharaoh, I believe, is a resist. Yeah, Pharaoh has to be a resist. Oh no, Thick Fat Snorlax is one of the resistances. But Ice can bypass the Fini with Freeze Dry too, so. Ryogonal. Freeze Dry, so we can bypass the Fini if it tries to switch in. Gonna see mod, but I'm slapping Frost Breath on here. It's 110, so I can't slow it down. But if he doesn't have Aura Sphere, I can technically, he went switch in on Cryogonal with the Latias. So I'd probably have to run Scarf. Or have a rapid spin boost on there. Which I want rapid spin anyways, just for the hazards that he could throw up. He could bring Sticky Web Slurpuff. He hasn't brought it yet though, which is kind of notable. This has the same base power as Ice Beam after the crit, but it bypasses like all things. Crit Ice Beam would probably do more, but I'll take that. Max HP Finny takes 33.7. Guaranteed 3 hit if it's not. Max HP, 4 in special defense. Guaranteed 3 hit. Unless it's leftovers. That's with 0 though. Which is fine. Do I get anything by running max speed? Outspeeding Crocodile. Can I kill Crocodile? Hold up, Feeny is Misty Surge, so I can't status with that terrain up. But I think maybe instead of running Frost Breath, we put Toxic on there. I know it was set right here that I just looked at, but like, it does seem like a good idea. Just, I could Toxic something. If he's thick fat with Snorlax, I could poison him, stall him out, unless he force him to rest probably. Because the only way I'm going to do this is if I'm modest. And if he's jolly and I'm modest, he just outspeeds. Yeah, by 2 points. No. I'll take the Toxic. If I outspeed Crocodile normally, then I'll outspeed everything but certain mons. And Crocodile hits 311. And I could do that for some more special bulk. Because do I two-shot Torn? Tornadus T. Freeze Dry 2 hits. Feeny's a guaranteed 3 hit, unless it uses like Draining Kiss. Ditto Queen. Two hit if it's max HP. It could be a Soul Vest, but then they won't have hazards. Crocodile is a 2 hit. Rotom's is 2 hit as well. I don't know, he just has a real big thing with bringing Scarf Mons. Because he might have Scarf Rotom in the back too that can also use Trick like Gengar does. So, possibly Scarf Rotom, Gengar, Crocodile. He's run Pheromosa Scarf, which blew me out the water, but he's done it. Heatran's been run Scarfed. And I don't have a... Well, what's my ground type? It's Nidoking and Quag. Quag could actually answer Crocodile fairly well. I could do that, or I could run Scarf from Nidoking. I barely outspeed Jolly Pheromosa with Scarf Nidoking. And I could kill with Flamethrower. I could come in on anything that's not triple axle. Or Ice Beam. That's tempting. Rock fighting. Fighting, he has 3 Mons, which is Crocodile, Snorlax, and Heatran. Then he's got resist to fighting, one being Pharaoh, which doesn't want to take a rock move. Torn, doesn't want to take rock. Feeny can take that. Nidoqueen takes rock. And then Slurpuff. Here's what I'm thinking. Sticky Web. Then we put Nidoking with a Scarf, just as a precaution. And then we go ahead and put Terrakion here with Life Orb for damage. Because, I mean, he has 3 months weak to Bug, 2 months weak to Grass. And it gives me a quad resist for Crocodile's Earthquake. Terrakion comes in on the Dark move just fine, and then gets a stat boost from it. Cryogonal's immune to it, so this is shutting down Crocodile fairly well. Rotom gets checked by Lavandy pretty well. Pharaoh? Lavandy can come in on a fighting move. Not an ice move, not a bug move. It's just fighting. And then probably pivot. Nidoking could probably come in on the bug move. I wish you got U-turn. Make my life a lot easier. I'm gonna come back to that one. Because all of his mons are grounded, except for Rotom, Latias, and Tornadus. Rotom I'm not really worried about, because if it's not Scarf, then Lavandy outspeeds it. Nidoking will outspeed it. Cryogonal will outspeed it. Tornadus is kind of an issue. It's neutral to Terrakion though. And Cryogana will take a hit fairly well like this, and then it can 2-hit back. I can prevent hazards from coming up. Has he used Scald with Levani? I mean, not Levani. Tapu Fini. Has he used Scald? Or has he been using a different move? Where is he? Washerman. Open. Open. Looking for games that have Fini in there. That one has Fini. Because like Scald on Mammoth one here would be great. Same thing for Licky Licky and Muck 2 for hindrance. So that'd be a good one to look at. Does he have Fini here? Yes, and Fini should go for Scald on Urshifu. Or at least go for Dazzling Gleam probably. The Scald on Landorus as well would be nice. But I'm not here to judge his old videos, I'm here to figure out if he uses Scald a lot. This would be a perfect spot for Scald. Okay, so this is where he's using Whirlpool. Does Fini ever come back out? Nature's Madness and Whirlpool. That's all it ever showed. Never used Fini in that fight. That's Calm Mind offensive Fini there. He's just Calm Mind taunt. Surf. He hasn't really used Scald. Scald there would be good. And it could boost my Calm Mind too, so. Because I might put Knockoff on here, which would allow me to smack Gengar if it tries to switch in on me, or hinder something else. Rather than putting a Heal Bell on there. Speed should outspeed most things here. Flamethrower for Pharaoh. Sludge Wave for Fini. And Slurpuff. Earth Power hits Gengar, Klefki. It hits Nidoqueen pretty well. It hits Heatran pretty nicely. Do I want Ice Beam or do I want Thunderbolt? Because Thunderbolt hits Fini and Torn. But I already have Sludge Wave for it. Electric, he has 2 immunities, 2 resists, 2 weaknesses. Ice, he's more glaring for. Ice Beam. Close Combat. Rock Slide. Rock Polish. Well, actually, I'm trying to run webs here. That's not necessary. Iron Head for Slurpuff. Actually, we could put Poison Jab, we'll hit Slurpuff, and we'll hit Feeny at the same time. And then I could run like, well, Terrakian's not really coming in on Latias. Latias would have to switch in on it. Unless I run Rock Polish, just so I can outspeed it, but then I need to get rid of a different move so I can have X-Scissor for it. X-Scissor just for damage. Now, Draining Kiss, Heal Bell, Rest. I mean, I don't know if Heal Bell's affected by Heal Block. I think it's just actual healing. Like Wish and stuff. Which it says he has access to Wish with Latias and Slurpuff as well. Do I run the Heal Block or do I switch it out for more damage? Pheromosa can dent Quag pretty heavily. What about Heatran though? I have a chance to kill, and I take a couple hits. Tornadus, not very well. Do I take on Nidoqueen? No. I can handle Crocodile with it. Snorlax. I can handle Snorlax with it. But that's an extra grass weakness, which I only have really with Terrakion. And Quag and Nidoking do kind of have different weaknesses and different issues. Physically defensive Quag would help against Crocodiles, Snorlax, Slurpuff with Belly Drum maybe. I could come in on Klefki's Thunder Wave, hit Heatran if it tries to come in. I could take Heatran's hits pretty well. How do I handle Feeny? I could technically handle Nidoqueen, but it's like a one-time use type thing. Feeny I could kind of handle. That's all offensive. Torn I don't really take though. This is with 36. Put the 4 there. I mean, it doesn't change the damage calcs that much. Not today, Cofagrigus. Scald for burns. Earthquake for that Heatran. Toxic. Or do I want Yawn so I could try and put something to sleep? Snorlax he could run Rust Talk with. He hasn't before, but he could. I know I want Recover on here. I mean, I could run Curse possibly. If all his special attackers are dead, Curse recover. I don't think that's a good idea. Think we'll... Okay, actually, it's a choice between Haze, if I'm too late to stop the setup, or Encore, so I could go shut it down early. Let me mute the Discord. Encore is if I could get it in there early and stop it. Haze is if I'm too late. But I think Encore would work. Because I could come Encore Crocodile in the Earthquake, for instance. Send out Cryogonal, and it's screwed. I could Encore Finney in the Calm Mind. Snorlax in the Curse. Though after they get set up, I'm kind of in an issue there, but... Well, that's if they stay and they could switch. Which they do tend to switch when they're posed with any type of resistance. Which I am kind of relying on. I think Cofagrigus might be good to bring though. Crook. I mean, not Crook. Cofagrigus can come in on Pheromosa with max physical defense, and then I could burn it. I should be able to take a hit from Heatran. It gives me a switch in for Orsphere from Megalodios, which I do have 2 fighting weaknesses right now. 2 fighting resist. This would give me an immunity on there. A Crocodile might run close combat, come in on that. Burn it too. Snorlax, it's forced to use Darkest Lariat, which then I could switch to Terrakion, get the attack boost, and then go from there. Klefki doesn't help me against Slurpuff. I could burn. Nidoqueen I could kind of just come in on. Right, Cofagrigus can handle it. Okay, well let's look at Feeny first. Yeah, that's fine. I'm not running that though. I can handle Feeny a bit. Not well, but I can. Nidoqueen. I come in on Sludge Wave pretty well. Fire Blast is kind of risky. Earth Power I do not want to come in on. Especially on Sheer Force, Life Orb, Modest. How do I handle Pharaoh? Pharaoh, Mosa. Throat Chop. But U-turn, Close Combat, Triple Axle I can all come in on pretty easily. And if they're Scarfed, they kind of lose out there. That's actually Bandage Jolly damage. Life Orb would do less. What's Life Orb doing? Not a 2-hit KO. So I could technically Pain Split there. That's probably the move I'm using. Heatran. No special attack. Can't 2-hit KO me reliably. Max special attack is guaranteed. Tornadus hurts. Actually, that's the wrong Tornadus. Hurts less. Rotom-Mo. I can handle Rotom a bit. Which I don't think I really have issues on this team for Rotom besides the grass weakness with these two. Electric I'm not remotely worried about. Cofagrigus will give me another defensive answer here. And you're kind of on the special side here. So having Cofagrigus would be nice. Because Quagg's defenses aren't the best, it's going to rely on Unaware. Or I could go Arcanine or Salamence actually. I could run Scarf, Moxie, Salamence, go for game. With dual Wing Beat, Dragon Claw, Earthquake. But I already have 2, technically 3 physical attackers. 1 special, 2. It's kind of even right now for physical and special attackers. Salamence would be nice. And so would Cofagrigus. Do I want the Intimidate or do I want the Will-O-Wisp with the defensive answer type? I think Salamence. I already have Scarf, I already have Life Orb. Salamence. Do I want Moxie though, or do Moxie sweep with another Scarf Mon? Or do I want defensive? Not fully defensive, but... Intimidate could help me against Pharaoh if it's physical. Special, I'm kind of relying on Cryogonal here. With a bit of Quag. Though this is another ground immunity for Crocodile. Gives me Intimidate so I can weaken it too if it starts setting up too often. Besides Quag. Alright, this gives me Dragon, so I have a resist for Feeny, Heatran. Rotom can't really hit me. Klefki kind of goes in with Thunder Wave, but I have 2 ground types. Screens are possible, but I'm not worried about screens. That's for damage. Earthquakes for Heatran. Do I have anything for... I want healing. But I also want something for Feeny, Slurpuff, Klefki. Well, Klefki gets hurt by Earthquake. I don't want to run Steel Wing. And I don't have Iron Head. It's Steel Wing or Iron Tail, I think. Steel Wing's base 70. But I can't touch Finny. Could run Dragon Claw. But that won't help with 3 fairy types sitting on the enemy team. Stealing has a chance to kill. Iron Head should be guaranteed, but I'm not running that risk. I feel like I should be looking at Feeny more than I am looking at Slurpuff. Because I don't think Slurpuff's as big as an issue as I think it is. Because he hasn't brought it once. And it has had its uses before. Tapu Fini. OU Calm Mind. Dual Wing Beat's just gonna hurt worse anyways. I could get a reliable substitute up against something. And then with its, I could switch over to Moxie, run Roost substitute with Dueling Beat Earthquake, and I could kind of run through his team a bit. Because he has nothing that resists both of those. Gengar doesn't want to take Earthquake, Klefki doesn't want to take Earthquake, Slurpuff doesn't want Dual Wing Beat, Snorlax doesn't want Dual Wing Beat, Crook doesn't want Dual Wing Beat, Rotom Dual, Nidoqueen Earthquake, Latias is Dual Wing Beat, Heatran's Earthquake, Feeney's Wing Beat, Wing Beat, Wing Beat. And then if I get a substitute off coming in on like Heatran, or if I intimidate the Snorlax or Crocodile and put him minus, they might switch on it. This would be better for if I'm Moxie, this would be better if I'm Intimidate. I think this is gonna work. Kind of mix of defensive offensive Salamence here. Scald Encore, recover Quag for setup. Good damage. Good damage Scarf, so I can outspeed Pharaoh by 1 point. And unless it's Scarf too, then it outspeeds me. Then I can't do nothing. Besides have Levani set up webs. And then Cryo's our special defensive tank here. I think he has the best on the team by a long shot. Yeah. The combination of Quag, Levani, and Cryo should be able to handle special Pharaoh. Physical gets handled by Salamence, Cryo, and Quag. I just don't really have a good answer for Triple Axle here. Besides Cryogonal's Ice. And maybe Quag. Well, Terrakion resists. So I guess Terrakion's fine. And I mean, if it is Scarfed or Choiced or whatever, Terrakion could kind of come in on an Ice Moon and just kind of hit back if it survives well. And I'll probably calc it before I send it in. Otherwise, I'll just Sax Link, send to Salamence, and then just go from there. But I think Salamence into Terrakion should work fine. So I think this is our team for Washer. So I'll see y'all guys in the fight itself. Hello guys, welcome back to another episode of the Neo Draft. We're about to do the battle with the Washer right now. So let's go ahead and get into this. See what he brought. He brought the Pharaoh, he brought the Slurpuff. Gengar I predicted. Let's go ahead and post this battle real quick. He honestly may just try and set up webs with Slurpuff here. Does Slurpuff get anything to hit Nidoking with? guess. I was gonna talk and then I had someone come in my room. I think Needle King is the best answer here since it is scarfed. So I think we just click Earth Power here. He may switch, but it's fine. Yeah. Here we just go Quag, thanks to Unaware. Unaware and Encore. This is going to be one risky play if I do this, but the other place goes straight to Cryogonal here. I think we predict the Calm Mind here. Ooh. Just outright switching. Now I want to check something about Misty Terrain. Because I want to make sure if he can't get poisoned because he's touching the ground, or if it's some other way. If they're touching the ground, they're immune to the damage. I'm definitely slower. Oh, he just goes straight for damage. I think we'll go Cryogonal. It's our special tank here. Thick fat legs. If we weren't paper thin on the defense side, I'd stay in here and just click Toxic. Well, recover and then Toxic, but yeah, that would have been awful. Does he have Ice Punch? Should he put Ice Punch on Snorlax here? Because we're already in the realm of the unknown with Body Press. I'll click Substitute, we'll see what he does. Ah, shit. You already cursed twice, buddy. You're taking this Encore. Scald Burn? No. His last move's probably like Calm Mind, I would think. Ooh, that was really stupid. I was correct about the Curse Lex though. I definitely get a recover off here. And if he stays in with Finny, I toxic next turn. We 100% do this. It's kind of unfortunate. Okay. That should put me out of kill range. Now, have fun. Because now Quag just immediately comes out, and I'm unaware, and you're on a timer. I'm getting out of there. Finny plus 150 to Cryogonal. Quag's definitely taking damage. Oh, I didn't think he'd die there though. I think I need a Quag for the Snorlax because now I just kind of got to break through with Terrakion here. This should do decent damage. And if Levandy's gonna die, I could just set up webs. He should just outright attack me here. Oh, he didn't do enough. Let me see if Nidoking can kill it here. If it was Latios, I think I probably could kill it, but it's Latios. Load. Latios, Mega. We'll assume this for right now. I have Ice Beam on me. If he's just max HP, I can kill. If he's not max HP, I definitely kill. Snorlax, yeah. Quag was definitely needed for Snorlax though. I sure Okay, there we go. Now the mic's working. I had to reset that. Okay, did not get a crit. I definitely think losing Quag here cost me this game. Or it could have been the plays. I'm not sure. I thought I played everything properly here. Besides maybe spamming dual wing me on the cursing Snorlax. I guess we'll just Terrakion. You just click that. Nidoking has the possibility to bring this game back. Has. But I gotta play like super well. And it's not playing super well. If the game feels like being nice, I can freeze them. Also, they were max HP. Because if they weren't, that would have done more. So, definitely guarantee that. Alright, despite all the technical issues, I think I played that decently. Not perfectly, though. I definitely should have switched on the Snorlax, or not sent in Quag against the Tapu Fini. I definitely thought they were going to switch if I did that. I was hoping they would. But, it is what it is. We have roughly about 6 more weeks, I believe, or 5 weeks. So, let's try and make a comeback. I'll see y'all guys then.